this iYikKam time again. So after yesterday, I released the YouTube on dropping the chi sao. I got many messages from our Wing Chun friend, asked me to share more. And today I want to share with you more, okay? And before that, again, I want to address this. What I'm saying is, or what I'm presenting here is based on only technical. There is no issue of disrespect of any grandmaster or any style or any lineage. Okay, let's get that clear. We are talking technical. This is not about ego. I can fight better than you. You can fight better than me. Those kind of stuff. This is technical. Think about it like we are in the mechanics, physics class. Okay, we talk technical that way. If anybody cannot accept that, please stop here and do not watch this video. Okay? Because I do not want anybody get off topic and get into I fight better than you and all kind of stuff. The reason I make all this video is for educational purpose, so that everybody know what's going on. Okay? So this statement I have to make. Okay? Now, number one, many Wing Chun friends still asking me, so why do you call it momentum zone instead of just range? Now, we need to know, in ancient China, 1560, General Qi Shi Guang, or even in Sun Tzu, 2000 something years ago, it is known by the Chinese that momentum, like today's the momentum in physics, okay? Fighting is an exchange of momentum. Fighting is an exchange of momentum. So momentum is the universe platform for fighting, okay? Now, momentum is the name of the game, okay? The focus, the core. Momentum comes with a specific mechanics, okay? Which is it has its mechanical properties. So it is not just range, which is talking about distance. For example, if you talk about range, this is a short strike range, okay? Close body range, close body range. However, takedown is also within this range. However, they have a total different type of momentum and a total different type of mechanics. So that's why it is named as momentum zone. The 4 momentum zone. It is not 4 range. It's not just kick and punch and throw and grabbing, those kind of stuff. It is not. It is based on specific momentum. Now, so our friend asking me about the first 3 momentum zone. Focus on the 3rd momentum zone, because 3rd momentum zone usually in traditional Chinese martial art and in Wing Chun, we never really formally talk about it. And today I want to formally discuss this basic. Okay? Again, I'm not perfect, I'm not grandmaster. That's what I'm saying. I'm like a high school teacher. And introduce everybody to this, like Newton's or Einstein's. Okay? So, the first momentum zone, okay, which is this long fist or this kicking range, okay, this kind of range, okay, but now we want to focus on the momentum, because in order to play in this range, okay, or better now we call it the momentum zone. This momentum zone, we need to know the mechanics. And the mechanics in this momentum zone is like a pendulum. If my hand here is an iron ball, I have a string tied up to my shoulder, and then my hip is loose. You can see this is my axis, and I just swing it like swing a pendulum. Okay, and I can swing this pendulum, and I can, when it hits something here, I can make use of this and then swing back. Okay, so this is the play, the basic play in the long fist momentum zone with the mechanics like a pendulum. Okay, so like a pendulum. Okay, or I throw out the ball, the iron ball with the string here, so I have the maximum impact, and I can reuse, recycle the momentum. Those are the play in this long fist momentum zone. And sometimes people use this lever, mechanical lever type of architecture or mechanics. Okay, the lever, when we lift something, the lever, those kind of things. That's the mechanics in the long fist momentum zone. Now, when you go into this short strike zone, then the mechanic is like a transmission shaft. It's touring here like a transmission shaft. That is the mechanics. You cannot use this kinds of mechanics, the pendulum type mechanics in this short strike zone, because this require a transmission shaft type of mechanics in order to play here close. Okay. Now, when you get down to the third zone, in the third zone, people is using what? Crush in. Okay. So, as we know that, to crush in type of momentum, or from one leg to swing to other leg, or pulling type of mechanics. Okay, so you see, even though this is still in the close range, but the mechanics are different already. Okay, so in this place, in the Wing Chun terminology, we talk about the guai ma. Okay, everybody know about the knee horses, the guai ma. Okay, vertical type, and from here, pulling type. Okay, which is the lateral type. Okay, so that is the mechanics. I hope that people see now, you guys see now that we need to be able to know exactly and develop exactly the type of mechanics if we want to play in different momentum zones. Okay, because that's based on your human body biomechanics and physics. In order to achieve something, fighting is an exchange of momentum, and you need the mechanics, and mechanics based on your human biomechanics and your physics. Okay, I hope that this is clear for you. Now, so Wing Chun is a short strike art. So Wing Chun is good at this range. So that means Wing Chun need to develop the transmission shaft type of torque. that is where your chum-kiu set comes into play. And actually in shooting Tao is a refine of chum-kiu set. It is a touring type of thing, a practice of the mechanics. Okay, now, as for the third zone of Wing Chun, let's go through the basic of why a person get taken down. The basic. The basic is this. If I stand like this, this is the vertical axis of center of gravity. Okay, don't use the center line term. Okay, we want to be scientific and physics now. This is the vertical line of center of gravity. If this line is tilted, then my weight will take on one leg, and if I am further pushed, I'll be off balance and fall. Okay? Now, so the bottom line of causing one to be taken down is one need to tilt his vertical axis of center of gravity. Let it have it in one leg. Okay. Then apply some force other ways to help the fall. Okay, but this is the condition. You tilt it to make it in one leg so that it will not be able to balance itself is the key. So again, if I have two legs, my center of gravity here, even if it's very difficult for you to make me to fall by the law of nature, law of physics, because my leg can balance myself. My center of gravity is my vertical axis of center of gravity is in a balanced position. As soon as I tilt it and the weight in one leg, like it or not, I have to use another leg to balance it back. Okay, now if this leg is locked and I cannot balance it back, just a small little force you apply on me, I will fall. Okay, so that is the bottom line principle to take down. Okay, now, so when people is in the third zone, a third momentum zone, so the key is to tilt his the vertical axis of center of gravity, to hold on one of his legs so that he cannot balance himself, and then apply force in accordingly under that situations to take him down. Okay, now so you can see that there are many cases to take people down at the third zone. Okay, again, this is the following is the usual scenario. Say you stand like this. Okay, you stand like this. You say I have a structure, very strong. So what happened? People is going to apply an impact. Boom! I tilted. And while the impact comes, say I crush him with my shoulder, and then I wrap his leg at the same time. See, you get my leg, and you tilted my center, my vertical axis of center of gravity. I'm going to get down. Okay, so if I have a structure this way, again, if I say, oh, I have a solid leg, I have a non-solid leg. Okay, as usual, people say you have the yin and yang, those kind of stuff. So guess what? People just take the unsolid leg, lift it up. Like it or not, my weight is in one leg now, and my body is, I need to adjust my body, but because of you have handle on this leg, you can tilt my body easily and I'm going to fall. Okay? So this is the second case. The third case is I have my body weight here. It's very difficult for you to handle, to grab, to lift my leg to make me tilt. Same thing. You crush me in. When you crush me, my weight go back and this is yours. Bring up and I'm down. Okay? So, this is how people get taken down because they have no idea what happened with this, the third momentum zone. Okay? And as you can see in the third momentum zone, like this guai ma, the frontal one, you should just go crush it. Okay? Or in the side one, on the side one, you just pull him. So it is just like, if I have my weight is all weight here, you just pull me here to the fall, take down. Okay, so that is the play of the third momentum zone. Now, if we keeping doing iYikKam and Ma this way, thinking that this is the ultimate structure, and we do chi sao this way, well, how difficult is for those guys who train how to take down, knowing this principle of trapping one of your leg and making your center of gravity tilted, or vertical axis of center of gravity tilted to take you down. How easy is that? Or how difficult is that? Because they just know, okay, you have two legs here, you span like that, either you get all your structure, or you get this. There's only three ways to take you down, and they just crush into you and take one leg. Your vertical axis of center of gravity is off, tilted, you're done. Okay? So that's why you don't want to have this kind of structure where you cannot squat. The lower four ball is dead. You don't want to have chi sao this way, where this lower part is completely open. You subject to that takedown. It's simple to train that. You just want to grab one part of your leg, tilted your center of gravity, your vertical axis of center of gravity, and take down. You just have to keep training that three scenario versus the solid leg with the whole full weight here versus the non-solid leg where the weight is here, and versus the one which is standing like that structure. This is mark the three pattern. You can train a robot to do this kind of thing. Whenever you see one of these three cases, you just apply the technique and pick it up. Because that is law of physics and human mechanics. Okay? So, people talk about this chi kick. Oh, I want a chi kick. Well, don't do that. Those chi kick stuff was invented later. Is not the Wing Chun in the ancient. Why? You bring your leg out like that. Remember we talked about if your opponent get one of your leg, tilted your body, you're out because you cannot balance yourself. Human, you need the two legs to balance yourself. That's why I keep saying that we need to have the flexible, alive lower four balls, where you can go down spin. The reason is only that way this lower four part at least have a chance that you can move it, instead of subject to you stand there, you say there's a lot of rooting. Okay, the key word is rooting. I can root. I have structure. Wow, good. Congratulations. The guy will take you down low there. Disregard of your root or how you have structure is only 3 cases. 1, both legs have weight. Crush you in, make you this way, lift your leg up, you're out. The second is this guy. Crush you in, you go backward, you take your leg out, you're down. The third is, this is the empty leg, like the chi cake leg. It crush you in, it doesn't have to crush you in, it just lifted this, apply force or turning, you're out. So you have all these joints, be able to spin the 7 balls. In the ancient Chinese, the Shaolin sword strike, classic, as what I show in other YouTube, it's called, which is the writing according to 1784, which can backtrack to 1684, something like that. It said, 接转轮反. Every joint be able to turn, and every joint can guarding itself. 接转轮反. 接 is joint, 转 is spinning, 轮 meaning that it is be able to turning, 反 meaning to be able to guard. So all this is very agile. So the whole body, entire body is turning. That is the snake body, the real snake body. It's not just perform the snake body. No, that is the snake body. That's the snake body of the sword strike, written clearly. Okay, this is a different stuff. This is the made stuff for developing the body. But 接转轮反 is the key of the sword strike. Okay? So, you ask me, why is that you're talking about the chi cake is not the real, not the art which is in the ancient? Why? Let me show you one thing. This is called banner momentum. Banner momentum. Look at this man, is like holding a banner, a big banner, you know, like flag banner here. I'm going to show you what happened later on, okay? But this is called banner momentum from General Qi 1560. Look at this bubishi. By the time of around 1600 or early 1700, you see all this thing exists already. Okay, this is the third zone handling. Okay, this is bubishi, because whatever Qi do after Qi about the 4 momentum zone is spread to Japan, Okinawa, and the southern. Okay, so the banner momentum is just using your shoulder to crush him, to tilt his vertical axis of center of gravity, further pulling, trapping his leg, lifting his leg. That is the banner momentum. You can do it with one single leg or 2 single leg takedown. This is 1600, 1700, before Wing Chun is created. Okay, and the thing I told you about the Jie Zhuan Lun Fang of the Shaolin come later after that. So the opponent is already there in 1600, after the General Qi 1560, they fought that way. They know how to play the four momentum zones. The third zone, they know how to play already. Okay. Now, so how is Wing Chun, the short strike, play the third zone? It is not chi kick. If you watch my other YouTube, you see that I get in, I crush him right away on the third leg, on his leg. When I get in, say this is the leg here, this is another leg, say this is the front leg, for example. The front leg, this leg is this leg. You see the other way, I crush him and I control him. That is the third momentum zone handling of Wing Chun in the short strike up. It is not chi, it's an impact you shoot in. Instead of using your shoulder to shoot in, you use the butt, the thigh, the knee, and whole bunch of stuff to shoot in, to take out his third zone. So, Wing Chun is a short strike. It's actually dealing with your second zone and third zone. That is Wing Chun in the ancient. Okay? So Chi Kick is a new invention. And here, again, I want to address, I'm not talking about the real Wing Chun or the fake Wing Chun. I don't talk about that. I talk about what is happened in the past as it is, based on physics and biomechanics and traceable classical. Okay? Now, in the recent decades, people start to bring in this internal art like Tai Chi, Fa Jing, mind power. What is that got to do with this mechanics of the third zone? If we don't know it, we still don't know it. Okay? That's simple. We can talk about all the Fa Jing, Xing Qi, whatever you want, but if we do not know, as what I said, the three scenarios in the momentum, the third momentum zone, and we don't have the Jie Zhuan Lun Fan agile enough to handle it, because we're going to face it. And we're keeping doing this structure, holding, rooting, keeping doing this to get more power, pushing, forward pressure. You're subject to that. The third zone is open up. Okay? So this is technical stuff. You can go check it. Okay? Somebody said, oh, why don't you show me in the fighting? You know what? My key is not to show my skill or whatever. My key is any one of you guys can go try it out, see what I'm saying about this mechanics is in fact what it is. It's like we see somebody can using match to light up, to make fire. You just get a box of match and see whether it makes fire. That's the bottom line. Not about, hey, I can make the best fire. No, I'm saying that match can make fire. So you don't stand there, chi kick. Why? Because it's going to send an impulse to hit your body, to tilt your vertical axis of center of gravity while they are trapping one of the leg when you put out there as chi kick and take you down. And also you don't go standing there on the root, my chi, sin, because it's going to hit down with a impulse, which is the change of momentum within the impact, and take you up. We can hear again the stories in YouTube where the MMA guy, speakers saying that, you know, there's this people who talk about chi and rooting, saying that to the jiu-jitsu guy, you cannot take me down. And just do it, take it down. Why? Because if one do not have the idea of what is going on with this third momentum zone, it is a serious problem. You can get entirely wiped out, okay? Because you're not prepared for it. So again, I make my address here. I do not put down any grandmaster. In fact, I respect everybody because different grandmaster at different time period facing different type of situations, they make whatever change they need to make. However, at this time, this era, what we face, we better know our enemy or opponent or competitor, and we better know ourselves. Otherwise, we get into problem. Also, as I show you from General Qi Guang time, you can track to the Shaolin classical, and then to the Bubishi. You know that all these things exist since 1560. And today, if we do not have that third momentum zone, and as I show you in the Guayma, you look at the Wing Chun in China and all over the world, in the oldest Wing Chun, they all have the Guayma or kneeling pose. They have the third zone. If we forget about it, we don't practice of it and eat about it. So this is what I like to share with you, and I like to share with you a story too, the Chinese story, ancient Chinese story, since everybody talk about Chinese story. There's a story saying that there's a poor guy, okay, who lived beside a rich man's house. And then one night he saw a few guys is observing the rich man's home's side door. And then the guy, he saw that guy and he was hiding there, and look at those guys saying that, oh, this door usually sometimes often will forget to get closed, so we can get from here in. Okay? So the next day, this poor guy went to the rich guy's home and knocked the door and said, I want to see your master, the guy, the rich guy. And then the servant said, why you want to see him? So I have something really important to tell him. I will not reveal to anybody. So after many difficulties, he saw the owner and he said, Mr. So-and-so, be careful on your side door because people is attempting to get into your home. They investigate you already. And guess what the rich guy said? You are nonsense. My guts here, or everybody take care of our side door and the entire home. You nonsense. You just insult me. And kick the poor guy out from the home. And a few days later, that rich guy's home get robbed. So now it get into what? Get into report to the police department. So the rich guy tell the police chief, you know what? That poor guy is the major suspect because just 3 days ago he tell me that door, okay, can be broken in. So it must be him. Okay. So the poor guy get caught into the police, in the ancient thing, and the honest poor guy say, oh, this is the case. And luckily, that ancient police is a very straight, good person and a wise person. He told the rich guy, hey, he tell you that you didn't take action to make correction. It's your problem. Okay? Don't blame on other people. You have a problem. Okay? So I revealed this third zone issue. It's for that. Like a poor guy. I'm nobody, I have no school, I have nothing, I'm not a grandmaster. I tell you that that door is open. For past 20 years, if you look at the YouTube, since 1996, Wing Chun in MMA until today it happened in China. The same thing again being picked up. The flaw in the third momentum zone. Did I blame anybody? I don't blame anybody. I just tell you that that third momentum zone, if you don't close the side door or fix the side door as in the rich man's home, you're going to get rocked. And also it's like a captain in the sea. If you see a hole of your ship, go fix it. Whoever sail in the ocean will expect that. Who is God? Who is perfect anyway? I'm not perfect. It's a bread butter. If there's a hole there, fill it up, fix it. Okay? So this is to share with you. And that's why I say your mind power, your qi sing, your internal art is not going to save you if you have a flaw in the third momentum zone. It is a serious mechanical problem. And in the physics and biomechanics, we should trust in somebody's legend of this, I'll bounce people off by my internal chi, my mind power. Sorry, for past 500 years, almost 500 years, since 1560, I show you that writing of General Chi Guang. You know that third momentum zone need to be taken care of. So this is to share with you today. Okay. Again, if you don't like my video, don't like what I speak strictly on technical like an engineer, please don't watch my video. That's simple. Okay.